What's good? How we doing, everybody? NateFlipsFBA, Nate, your guy. Um, it's been a while. It's been a long while since I've made a video, been on camera. Um, as you may notice, our background has changed. We are now in a warehouse. Um, Pretty decent sized warehouse. And this video, I want to kind of break down pros and cons of having a warehouse for your Amazon business or any online e-com business, really. It's gonna be a short video. I'm not gonna talk too much. Just get my feet wet back into the content game. Um, so yeah, warehouse topic, pros and cons. Let's get into it. We'll go through the pros first because we like to look at the bright side of things. Um, so number one, plenty of storage, plenty of storage. We got 12-foot ceilings in here, about 2,500 square feet, and there's so much empty space right now. It's kind of it's kind of like, what do I do with all this space? I mean, we got space over here to my right. That's over in the office area of the warehouse. It's split into like two halves almost, like 2/3, 1/3 basically. We're gonna have a full break area, couches, TV, chill zone, podcast area, stuff to get more content out as we grow. Um, but number one is the storage. Like, you can't beat this in a house, in a garage, anything like that. I mean, unless you have a giant garage at your house, like this is where it's at. Um, Another pro is having this as a workspace versus at home. You know, Working from home it has very many pros to it. I mean, you can work whenever you want, really. Um, the cons to that, on the flip side, is you can't really separate that work space from home. And I I don't want to always be in that work mindset. You have to like decompress at times. You have to, you know, stop thinking about, everything that's going on with your business. So having this space where I come every single day, show up here in the morning, get in the doors, it's nice and cool in here. We don't got to worry about AC right now, even though it's, summer's approaching. It's always like 60 in here. So it's kind of chilly sometimes. So we just turn on the heat for like half an hour, warms up the space, cuts that chill down. Um, but having that separation and having that, it's another form of motivation for me to, fill up this space, utilize every single, square foot of here, and get the most out of my money, because at the end of the day, we're paying rent now. Like, every first of the month, rent's due, you got to pay it. And you got electric bills and trash bills and stuff like that, and then you got gas to get here every day. Luckily for me, it's about 20 minutes from my house. We're over the border in New Hampshire, so all the online arbitrage buys that I'm making, tax free. Big plus. um, Third point, growth. So, like I was saying, like, rent's due every month here, so you gotta grow, and you gotta be able to make more money. So then the rent isn't like a stress. Like, you don't want to stress about that stuff. It's not fun. And having the space that we can grow into, and having this whole warehouse as a whole, 60,000 square feet. So we got not even 5% of that. So having, just expanding your mind really into thinking like, okay, we can grow into this space, and then next year when our lease ends, we can move into the next space, which is way bigger. It's like 3 or 4 times bigger. So it's taking the steps from now until then to be ready to transition to the bigger space, because you always want to think bigger. Like, you don't want to stay like where you are. At least I don't. I mean, I know a lot of people here hopefully have, big aspirations. I have tremendous aspirations. And it's It's hard and it's not hard. It's hard sometimes because I live in a small town where there's not a lot of like outgoing people. Everyone's kind of chill. So like me being that entrepreneur, that ambitious dude, it's a pro and con thing. You gotta play above your game to a whole different level because I'm not down in like Miami or New York City where there's, everywhere you look, there's a millionaire driving a fucking Lamborghini or something. So that's something like I'm always cognizant of. And that's why I know I need to grow. Zach too. Like Zach's with me 100%. And he's going to be in the same place as I am. So the fourth thing and the last thing, it has a lot of points to it. It's the opportunities of growth in this space. So there's new opportunities that you can have new businesses form in here. We're looking into getting a UPS access point. So what that'll do is that'll bring traffic here. People will drop their boxes off. They'll buy shipping supplies, and we can host that in like a 500 square foot space in the warehouse. So there's a whole nother business that may end up, opening up a whole nother stream of revenue for us because people, they buy on Amazon all the time. They need to ship stuff all the time. Again, small town, not many options locally for people to ship. Will you actually make a lot of money? I don't know. Maybe. We're on a highway, so tons and tons of car traffic. We're right across the border. Tons and tons of car traffic. So that's one opportunity that we're thinking of. We're not really pursuing too much, but it's on the back burner. It's an opportunity. Why not? If we can allocate 500 square feet for that all day, hire one employee to work full time, handle all that, boom, arbitrage. Another point is larger items. Super easy to move big items in here. I know Home Depot had those like big ass 12-foot skeletons, and those used to sell like super good. You'd buy them for like $300 or whatever they were, $450 or something. You'd sell them for like $900 all day. Seasonality, so that's a Halloween item. But say that comes back, we could store 100 of those in here, no problem. Make 100 times whatever, $300 profit, 30 grand. Just throwing numbers out. They're not like, it's not like actually going to happen, but you never know. FBM in Q4, again, plenty of space. So like, we're not going to be crammed in here, stepping over things, stepping on things. For Q4, we'll be able to set up a couple more racks and just fucking pump FBM Q4. Super excited about that. Third point, truckloads. Huge parking lot. We've already mapped out how trucks are going to get in. We got a forklift here. Easily take everything off. So that goes for wholesale or, liquidation type stuff. If that's another avenue you want to go down, you have the option. Equipment. So again, big space. So all the equipment we need for prepping, we can facilitate that here. So if it's those I don't know exactly what they're called, but they're machines that will polybag multi-packs of whatever you have. We can have that here, no problem. We got the power, we got the space, all of that. Another pro is the self-prep. So now that we're here, we're prepping ourselves. So there's, pros and cons to that. You're here, you're seeing your product. You don't have to worry about any mishandling or miscounted units, anything like that, any sort of discrepancy. Like, you got eyes on it. You got cameras here. You got everything you need to monitor the situation and optimize the outcome, because now it's, in your control. And the last part is, now we're building a bit more equity in our businesses too. So as we develop our operations and have employees, this now becomes like a valuable business, much more valuable than it was. So we'll have employees, we'll have payroll, we'll have equity being built up. That is always another goal of mine, is to have a business that you could sell in the future. So yeah, those are all the pros. Now we'll get to the cons. They kind of parlay off of some of the pros. Con, rent. Rents due every first of the month. Zach and I would pay $2,000 a month for this space. It is renovated. Like, we got white walls behind us. Like, everything is, up to par. It's pretty good. Second con is a physical location. So, there's no more working from home. You can still do that sometimes, but you got to be here, present, active, and working with, intention. That also ties into being tied down. So now we're tied down to this location where we got a 1-year lease. Granted, if you didn't want to do this anymore, as long as you had my portion, which is $12,000 a year, $1,000 a month, if you have that stowed away, you could just pay the rent and go somewhere else if you wanted to. But you're tied down to this location for a year, and you got to make the best of it. Is that a con? I don't know. Could be. Other con, prepping. Now I got to prep all my stuff. So that's a little bit of time, management, shipping, supplies, all of that. Before I was paying like $1.30 a unit. So if you send out 1,000 units a month, there's 1,300. Now I don't have to do that. So now it's, a couple hundred in supplies, whether it's poly bags, boxes, tape. Because I already, as you start FBA, you're going to have, most of the equipment that you need for just doing small parcel. You're going to have a scale, tape gun, poly bags, boxes. So I just brought utilizing it all. And yeah, it's going pretty well. Damn, Mike just. The last con could be a con is employees. So you got to find, trustworthy, loyal people that are willing to make 20 to 25 bucks an hour and, put in the work. So right now we're pursuing some part-time help. Had one interview so far. It honestly didn't go that well, but yeah, so you got employees, you got to take care of them. That's why we're going to outfit, this space to be, a cool place to work, because I want to enjoy it every single day that I'm here. So, put stuff on the walls, get TV, couches, maybe games and stuff like that, stuff to, after you do the work, you can, have some fun, hang out, enjoy yourself. You have to go home right away because this place is going to be a cool place to hang out. So, yeah, man, that's the warehouse topic. And, we're not even a month in, just a couple weeks. And, super excited. It's a big step. It's a big commitment. And, at the end of the day, you gotta commit to this business. You got to commit to yourself. You got to sell yourself that this is what you want. This is what's going to bring you to the next level of your life. Whatever goals you have, this space is going to harness a lot of great potential and actualization of the vision. So I hope you guys have a good day, good rest of your week, good weekend. Whenever you watch this video, I hope you have a good day that day, good night, all that good stuff. This is Nate signing out, and yeah, we'll be seeing you soon. Seeing you real soon. Peace.